travelers of time and thought. You're listening to Artcast, the podcast that explores the edges of reality, memory, and multidimensional truth. In this special series titled Quantum Time Travel and the Butterfly Effect, we'll dive into the mysteries of nonlinear time, quantum entanglement, and how even the smallest change in the past could echo across futures we haven't imagined yet. Whether you're a seasoned seeker or just curious about how the quantum universe might bend around your consciousness, you're in the right timeline.
Gabriella stands at the Ark's narrative airlock, staring at the CLIT chrono-locked interdimensional trigger in her hands. No equipment, no launch pad, just raw instinct and timing. Sometimes you don't aim, sometimes you fire, Gabriella said, determined. The CLIT is ready. The trajectory is set. There's no turning back. With one swift motion, she fires. The CLIT streaks through the Ark's airlock, careening through the fabric of space-time with unrelenting force, cutting through timelines like a bullet through fabric. For a moment, everything pauses. Then it lands perfectly, slamming into the precise timeline pocket. "Yeah, that's the right spot," Gabriella exclaims triumphantly. It's not the drop. It's the glide. A high-altitude cargo plane hovers at the threshold of dimensional entry. The CLIT rests, ready for deployment. It glides. Gabriella speaks calmly. The wind doesn't force it. The intention doesn't push. The resonance carries it gently into dimensional drift. The plane doesn't drop it. It lets it float. Key developments: resonance-lifted propulsion. The CLIT is no longer bound by traditional gravity or mechanics. Its movement is a fusion of wind currents and story intention. Dimensional drift launch. The plane acts not as an instrument of mechanical detachment, but as a conduit for the CLIT's soft release into the timeline flow. Perfect release sync. The plane and CLIT become harmonic conduits, synchronizing perfectly with wind, weight, and narrative path. Gabriella, feeling anxious, asks, "Must I trust the glide and release it into its natural resonance?" Major conflict. Gabriella must decide whether to trust the glide and release the CLIT into its natural resonance, or interfere with its descent. Letting the plane follow perfect release sync triggers the CLIT propulsion field, allowing a smooth narrative transition into Book 13's timeline. Messing with the sync causes the CLIT to spiral. Seconds stretch into minutes, causing a painful dissonance across the Ark's flow.
The Ark of Reimagined Echoes by Nada Stroll. Read free on Amazon now.
Gabriella stands on the Ark's top deck, beneath the soft glow of the Setonium sky. She climbs into the rocket, its engines humming with intent. The rocket isn't bound by physics alone. It is a vessel fueled by purpose and belief. With a sharp glance toward the horizon, Gabriella locks onto her destination, the heart of the future timeline. The rocket's engines flare with a blazing plume of energy. This is a visual echo of Gabriella's unwavering certainty. There's no room for hesitation. She trusts this path completely. The rocket launches into the vastness. CLIT-powered trajectory. The rocket is fueled not just by thrust, but by narrative alignment, a CLIT amplifying her emotional intention and belief. Purposeful energy. Surge. The rocket moves with a guiding force that transcends mechanical precision. The launch becomes an extension of Gabriella's trust. The prophecy gate opens with full intent, launching Gabriella into Book 13, where every future chapter aligns with a guiding force. Gabriella must decide if her faith in the trajectory is strong enough to carry her beyond doubt. Perfect launch. This certainty opens the prophecy gate, allowing her to travel into Book 13's next phase with a guided force, shaping the unfolding narrative with focused intent. Doubting the launch. Causes a misfire, sending the rocket into a timeline pocket, a fractured zone where the CLIT's trajectory splinters. Key characters are displaced, drifting into alternate realms. The rocket hums as Gabriella breathes deeply, holding her certainty. The countdown reaches 0. As the final CLIT deployment enters its climax, Gabriella watches with focused calm. Everything is aligned, a dance of rockets, planes, and firing shots, perfectly timed. Every CLIT released syncs seamlessly with its counterpart like celestial choreography written in stars. Gabriella places one final CLIT, perfectly centered in the Ark's energetic web, the heart of all existence. It shines. The Ark's beacon field flickers one last time, its pulse synchronized across all timelines. Gabriella smiles. Rockets and planes launch in perfect formation, serving as the narrative vehicle for Book 13's arc to unfold. Gabriella's final act solidifies the Ark's quantum web, harmonizing past arcs and future connections. Every soul vibrates with purpose. A major decision arises. Let the CLIT fall into place for perfect synchronization or force a twist leading to temporary chaos. Perfectly synced, Book 13's harmonic energy feels connected on a soul level. If forced, the sync becomes imperfect. Time unravels briefly, characters blink between dimensions. Chaos briefly reigns as the Ark's web destabilizes, but only for a moment as the reset button is pressed.
Thank you for walking with us through the folds of time. If this episode sparked new thoughts or rewrote a few old ones, please consider liking, sharing, and leaving a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Your engagement helps keep the signal strong and the Ark aligned. You can find full episodes, bonus material, and timeline diagrams at arkofalignments.com. Until next time, remember, the future doesn't wait. It listens.